Have you ever stopped to think about what Christmas really means? Beyond the presents, the lights, and the commercial bustle, there is a deep, almost forgotten meaning that connects with the oldest roots of humanity, and with the mysteries of the universe. Christmas is not just a date, it is a symbol, a portal to something sacred that beats within you and me, something eternal. It all begins in the depths of history. Long before Christianity, the ancient peoples of the world, those who lived in communion with nature, looked to the sky and celebrated the winter solstice, the moment when darkness seems to reign supreme. But it is precisely at that moment when darkness begins to give way, giving way to the rebirth of light. It was not magic. It was the triumph of the invincible sun, Invictus Sun, the return of hope in the middle of the longest night. From Egypt to Babylon, from Persia to Scandinavia, the rebirth of the sun was revered as a cosmic miracle. Over time, this ancient celebration found a new face in the birth of Christ, but here is the fascinating thing: the Christ that Christmas tells us about is not only a historical man, he is an archetype, a universal symbol. It is the sun that rises in the horizon of the human soul, the divine fire that burns within us. That is why it is said that Jesus was born in a humble manger, because the light is born in the purest and most essential. In mystical traditions this idea is even clearer. They speak of an internal spark of divinity that we all carry inside, buried under layers of ego, fear, and forgetfulness. So Christmas does not only commemorate an external event, it invites us to an inner awakening to remember that the light we seek outside has always been within us. The birth of Christ reflects the rebirth of our own consciousness, the victory of light over internal shadow. And it is here where everything connects with the ancient solar cult. Just as the sun is reborn in the sky bringing with it a new cycle of life, the human soul is also called to be reborn, to overcome its spiritual winters and re-emerge with a renewed light. It is a perfect mirror, the macrocosm reflecting the microcosm. That is why the ancient sages saw in the sun not just a star, but a symbol of divinity itself, a daily reminder of the eternal presence of the divine in our lives. And isn't it funny that the most diverse traditions agree on this message? In the myths of Horus in Egypt, Mithras in Persia, and even in Nordic legends, the birth of the solar hero occurs at this time of the year, and it is not a coincidence. It is a truth that is universal. It is as if the cultures of all times had understood that at this moment in this annual cycle a special door opens. An opportune time for inner rebirth. So, next time you contemplate a Christmas tree or a star overhead, remember that these are not simple ornaments. The tree is the axis mundi, the axis of the world, a symbol of the connection between heaven and earth, between the divine and the human. And the star is the guide, the light that shows us the way towards our interior, towards that humble manger where the divine spark waits to be born. So, what is Christmas for you? A family tradition? Some days of rest? It may be more than that. It may be a call, an invitation to look inwards, to recognize your own winter, and allow the light to be born within you. It is a reminder that even though the nights are long and cold, there is always dawn waiting for. The true gift of Christmas is not under the tree, it is in your heart. It is the certainty that you are part of a cosmic miracle. That you carry within you the power to be reborn, to illuminate, to be light in a world that sometimes seems quite dark, and that is where the magic is. Christmas is not only celebrating something that happened thousands of years ago. It celebrates what can happen in you here and now, because you are the bearer of that eternal light. Don't you feel it? Christmas whispers in your ear, reminding us of who you are. But well, we live in a world that has made this sacred celebration an endless stream of artificial lights, sales, stimuli designed to distract us. The true spirit of Christmas, the one that invites us to look inward, has been overshadowed by marketing, by haste, and by the obsession with giving and receiving material things. Have you realized how we have let ourselves be dragged into a compulsive buying mentality? As if the happiness of this season could be measured in the size of the packages under the tree? Or, in the number of decorations we can accumulate? I ask you to stop for a moment, breathe, and ask yourself, what it is that we are really looking for with so much fuss, and such unbridled buying? In the end, it is not the object itself, what we desire. What we long for is connection. Love. A sense of fulfillment and belonging. And yet marketing has sold us the idea that this fulfillment is found outside of us. In what we can buy, wrap and give. We have been distracted from the greatest treasure, the gift that we already carry inside. Christmas should not be a race against time or an exercise in debt to fill shopping carts. Do you know what it should be like? A pause. A moment to stop the noise of the world and listen to the whisper of your own soul. It's a moment to look into the eyes of those you love and share something that is priceless, your presence, your authenticity, your love. Because in the end, what we remember most are not the gifts but the moments, the magical instants in which we feel truly connected. Think about this. While the stores shine with their lights, the universe is offering you something much more valuable. It's a reminder that the essentials cannot be bought. You cannot buy peace, nor love, nor the light that can transform your life. That light is not sold, it is cultivated within you, and for it to be born, you need to make space. You need to let go of the superficial and open yourself to the transcendent. Imagine what a different Christmas would be like. One in which you don't get carried away by haste and consumerism. A Christmas in which instead of filling your house with things, you fill your heart with gratitude.